I'm Bob Rothbard. I'm an optometrist in Rancho Cucamonga, part of Rancho Cucamonga Optometric Center. I had an interesting occurrence here. I've enjoyed the show immensely. Came down for it. Actually, I'm missing work, which is rare that I ever take days off because I don't have substitute doctors to come in. So it's really been great. After the show yesterday, I had gone over to one of the restaurants across the street in the gas lamp area, and I started talking with this lady. And I told her I was an optometrist, and she told me about one of her 7-year-olds who has a vision problem. And I said, yeah, well, that's interesting. Tell me about it. She says, she has lazy eye. I said, well, what do you mean by lazy eye? 'Cause some people think the eye goes out a little bit, it's lazy. No, lazy eye means it can't be corrected with conventional lenses or contact lenses. And generally speaking, it usually requires where one eye has no prescription, the other eye has a very thick prescription. And now it's entirely her. She says, well, we patch her, but I said, does she like to wear the patch? She says she hates it. She takes it off. I said, how about her glasses? Is one image bigger than the other? Or is one lens thicker? She says, yeah. And that's the way she sees the world. One lens is thicker than the other, which means that when she's looking, one image is magnified compared to the other. Are you understanding what I'm saying? The brain cannot bring two different size images together. So when this eye is open, the good eye, it causes the other eye to suppress. Otherwise, the patient would see double. So then we go over what she can do. I said, this is what you need to do for your 7-year-old, and it might take some doing, it might not. Get that kid into a contact lens, because as you bring that prescription closer and closer and closer, there's less a differential in magnification, and the brain has a better chance of using two eyes together. Then you can do some training on the eyes to possibly bring up that vision in the worst eye. So she just loved it. Now, what does this guy do with social media? If you can imagine, I did a video this morning, had some guy shoot me. I have a young girl who works for me who does all my social media, so it's going all over YouTube, all over Facebook, all over Twitter, LinkedIn. I got quite a presence there, so I'm really excited about that. But the courses here have been great. I see how it works, and that was a great experience both for her and for me.
So you got to create content yourself.
I got to create my content, put it out there for people to know. And let me tell you something. I've done this before with other stuff when a person had a contact lens, had a deterioration of the cornea, condition called keratoconus. And this friend of mine, pseudo-friend, I was in New York, I was up in the Bronx, and she calls me. I thought she was wishing me a Merry Christmas because it's really my sister's friend. No, I saw your video that you did on keratoconus on Facebook, and I wanted to ask you some questions about it. So this is where these videos go. So I create quite a bit of content on vision care, and this is vision. This isn't like which is better, one or two. And by the way, I'm looking really forward today to meeting with the person who does the book writing, the group, because you have someone who's advertising that, and it's a young kid, 19. That kid knows every book like I've read, so I was very impressed.
Thank you, man.
So I just enjoy the hell out of the show. I will look forward to it next year.
Thank you.